This is Dee with Divine Needle, and this is a collective reading. And yeah, they called me to do another collective, so here we are. TGIF Friday, June the 3rd, 2022. Hmm. The planetary energy is really interesting. We have Mercury's gone stationary, so we're in the shadow phase again. Remember, things going haywire and wrong, plans getting thrown up in the air. It's the energy's like throwing a deck of cards in the air and seeing where things fall. Things breaking, problems with communication, electronics, cars breaking down, you name it. Yeah, that kind of energy, chaos energy. So, yeah, we're in that right now. And the astrology, when I looked at that, I was like, and then I got the message, do a reading, do a reading, do a reading. So we're going to look at the astrology, the Sabian Mysteries picture, and get into the energy with the cards. So let's take a look at the astrology. So the astrology for today. This is June the 3rd's astrology. And when I looked at this, I was like, oh, wow. We've got some crazy energy crisscrossing here between the moon and Neptune and Pluto retrograde and Mercury the messenger, who is stationary. And the moon is watery energy, and it's in watery energy, along with Black Moon Lilith in Cancer. And then we have retrograde Pluto in its home sign, Capricorn. And that's Earth energy and the Hades energy. Then we have both Saturn, of course, is in Aquarius at 25 degrees, Neptune in watery energy in Pisces at 25 degrees. Then the thing that I see here that's really interesting is you have these two perfect elongated triangles going in between these planets that also include a trapezoid of energy going between them. And you've got the moon in water with Black Moon Lilith talking to the retrograde Pluto. Then you have Pluto talking to Neptune. Neptune's also talking to the moon here and Jupiter and Mars. Then on this corner of that trapezoid, you have Mercury stationary, and it's talking to the moon too. So this big giant thing. And then when you look at the little triangles, you've got Pluto retrograde, Neptune, and Mercury again. And then you look at this triangle, you have the moon, Neptune, and Mercury again. So there's a lot going on here. And this unfinished pyramid trapezoid as well. You have Mars in with Jupiter and the wounded warrior in Aries. So the fiery and the expansive. And then you have Venus over here, quite at home in her home sign of Earth, along with Uranus. Shh, Gaia, shh, heaven. Located in Taurus. And we have the stationary Mercury also in Taurus. Interesting energies. Very interesting. And we're going to see how this all plays out. Let's look at the Sabian Mysteries picture for today. The sun at 13 degrees, number of the goddess. And this is the picture for the day, a conversation by telepathy. My husband and I have that all the time. That has been freakishly so recently, including a surprise you guys will see eventually. But I'll let him show you that surprise when he's ready to do a video. Anyway, the first thing I saw was this dark space. And of course, you have telepathy, you have this coming from the third eye area, telepathy, downloads. Because not only are you getting it from your twin flame or from others that you're significantly connected to, but I think there's a lot of energetic telepathy going on between all the people on the planet, whether they realize that's happening or not, that we're all connected, and the chitter chatter going on in your heads is oftentimes, if you don't feel like it's your own thoughts, sometimes it's literally the thoughts of the collective coming in, or downloads from your guides, angels, ETs, what have you. A lot of Mercury being stationary and in this chaos energy. So some of you might feel a bit overwhelmed by that energy of all that communication. And you can block it. You can mentally block that. And a simple thought that I'm just blocking that. Just blocking that energy, block it, block it. So all you have to do is mentally think that you're blocking and it will block. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, do that. And if it starts coming back in again, just, okay, I'm blocking that. It's not there. I'm not going to listen to any of the interference, basically. Outside static, so to speak. But yeah, the other thing I saw in this Sabian Mysteries picture was something being launched. Um, and it looks like from land out over water, like it's headed out over water. And I don't know, and I'm also picking up like a meteorite, asteroid energy from that too. But also like some sort of a launch. I don't know if there's any launches scheduled to happen or not, but possibly today or over the weekend. I don't know. In the next few days, some sort of launch. Um, Now that launching energy could also, if you saw the reading I did this morning, talking about the universe and the in between, that's preparing to launch. Many of you are preparing to launch into something brand new, and or a new path, a new adventure. We're going from the ending card of the universe or world card into full energy. And there's that little hang time energy where you're figuring out, okay, I did that completion. I'm completed. Done going through that. And I'm on to something new. What's it going to be? Because you feel it. There's something new coming, or something new. You're antsy, you feel like you want to do something different, whether it's hobbies or work or love life, doesn't matter. Something, some new adventure, and it's like you're just chomping at the bit to start. Well, what is it you're starting? And what I said during that morning reading is you need to envision your perfect world, your perfect place on the planet where you really want to be and what you really want to be doing. Now, for some people that are multifaceted and multi talented, that Seven of Cups energy can be very overwhelming, especially when you have a lot of static coming in um, via telepathy from the outside. And yeah, it's going to be quite the juggling act while you figure out where is your perfect during this in between energy. So that's what I was picking up off here. We'll see if anything else comes up, but that's what I've got. Just first glancing at this Sabian Mysteries picture. It, yeah, this feels like a coastline to me right here. So, so something launching from the land or from space. Yeah, it's like, see how this is all dark? It's like space. It feels like coming from space into the earth. It's interesting that we don't have a perfectly round surface here, but it's coming from space and yeah, something coming from space. Huh. First I thought maybe it could be both. There could be two different events. Um, but this is definitely something. And see, it's got a zigzag to it. So it like went off its course. Like something bowed the course of it. Um, hmm. Launching energy. It just feels like launching or jettison or something like that. The interesting curve and the bending of that energy line. It's like something pulls it off course. Interesting. Well, we'll see what the cards have to say about it. Let's check it out. Now they wanted this deck and this deck, which is tarot, and this is, of course, the what you call it, Kipper deck, which they don't ask for very often, but they ask for it. So, and I set those off to the side. They want me to wait on those. So, let's find out what we're looking at here. So, this is for the collective. Remember the energy. It's weird because some of the things that have been in my readings end up happening like a month to 2 months later. So, I can't say for sure about dates unless I specifically ask them for when. Um, and sometimes I do that. Sometimes I take the time to do that. Sometimes I don't. But we'll just get into it and see what they're talking about. So the overall energy for the collective. Overall energy for the collective. Queen of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. There's that finishing energy, World card. I got that energy for today's reading, Universe card. And Ace of Swords. Wow. Okay. That's interesting energy. Should do it this way so we can see what they are. I'm going to lay them out different. Let's put them in 3 rows this way. Let's do something a little different. Just for fun. That's the overall energy. What's our highest priority for the collective? Highest priority for the collective. Highest priority for the collective. Wow. Okay. Hangman. I knew that 7 of Cups energy when I was talking today and Hangman energy, the land in between and having to make a new decision. Yep. There we go, and that's Venus is in Taurus right now with Uranus, right, and Mercury. Here we are with the Taurus card, King of Pentacles, and another one, Taurus Aries, and Mars is in Aries, Empress. No, this is definitely Taurus card. Sorry, the Emperor is Taurus Aries. Okay, so this is definitely Taurus energy, Earth energy. Lots of Earth. The King of Pentacles and the Empress. That's the highest priority. These two picking their path ahead because there's some clarity and an ending. Okay. Interesting. So, how am I going to arrange these cards? Maybe I should do them long ways. Can I go 4 cards? No, I can't. This is a lot of energy. I'm going to kind of push these up. Going to be cutting off the tops of them a little bit, but that's okay. We want to be able to see what's going on here. I like the idea of kind of laying them out. All right. And what do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for? What do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for the collective? What do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for? Cards are talky. One card, the Tower. So I'm just going to set it out like this. That's mindful of, prepare for. Underlying energy, Two of Cups. These are the Two of Cups right here. This partnership. This is about partnerships. So that's what the whole thing's about. Partnerships. King of Cups. We got the Queen and the King of Cups. Working together. Karma. That's the Judgment card. That's the card we had the day prior in the daily guidance and Prince of Cups. All right. Wow. All right. I'm just going to kind of set that off. Well, yeah, we'll just kind of catty corner that right there. Wow. Hoo-hoo. So the underlying is kind of like the theme of why this, right? Partnerships between males and females. Doesn't have to be, but probably is. Because we had the two earth energies of the King of Pentacles and the Empress, and the King of Cups, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is up there, and the King's right under this Two of Cups. There's the pair, okay? Oh, boy. Okay. Queen of Cups. Well, the King of Cups is Scorpio, okay? And the Queen of Cups is Pisces. Okay. The Independence card. 9 of Pentacles. Being individually successful. So the Queen of Cups. This is somebody that is highly intuitive. She has a full cup in her hand. That's them together, the King and Queen of Cups, right? And they're, this is about emotions and feelings and that realm. And wanting to feel independent. Ending a cycle. The World card's also very Seven of Cups energy, as we discussed in the reading I did today. Because when you get to the World card, then you go to that land in between before you hit the Fool card to start your new journey through the deck. And so options, right? Options. And getting the clarity, the Ace of Swords. The divine handing you clarity on what it is that your choice is going to be. And remember, I said, make sure you ask the questions of yourself. What do I want my world to look like? What does my world look like? What's my favorite spot on the planet? Where have I always dreamed of being? What did I dream of being? Some of you may have multiple things, multiple options because you're multifaceted, multi-talented. That can make it a lot harder to make the decision. You don't have to put everything in one box, especially if you are multifaceted, multi-talented, multi-ability, such as psychic abilities, etc. You can throw it all in one bag. Who says you can't? But some clarity about what it is that you really want. What's your path? What's your new Fool journey? Right? Anyway, your highest priority is gaining a higher, wider perspective. Sometimes this is stuck energy or sacrifice energy, but in this case, it's the land in between. It's making that decision. The Seven of Cups. Which cups? Which cups are you going to pick? What's your world going to look like? What are you going to be doing in that world? Right? The King of Pentacles, that's the businessman. He's all about generating income, all about the material, the good things in life. And the Empress, so she. And she's creation energy. So it feels like a lot of you, that Sabian Mysteries picture, I kept feeling launch energy. This is launching a brand new, spanking, amazing endeavor. Super creative. It's about business. Okay? It's about business and partnerships. Partnerships. These people, and I don't know if this is two separate couples or them just exhibiting. These are two people that are emotionally tied to each other with this Two of Cups. We got the Queen and the King. Communication energy and wearing your heart on your sleeve energy, right? And then we have the King of Pentacles and the Empress. That is making it happen on the earthly plane, on the 3D. Then, what do we need to be mindful of, prepare for? Boom! Tower! Everybody's dying to know. What's this tower all about? Also, I'm kind of dying to know what's the clarity. Could be anything. It depends on what cups you're going to pick for your new journey, right? You got all these little options. You're super talented. You're super capable. You've got all these options. Some of them aren't great choices, but others are grand, right? Do you pick one? Or do you pick putting together a hodgepodge? I don't know. Anyway, they wanted these cards. Am I supposed to use these for the clarity or just as a side note? Hmm. Side note. They're not being clear about it. I need clarity. All right, let me grab this teeny tiny deck, my little clarity deck. We need some clarity on this situation. First, let's look at the Ace of Swords. Give us some clarity on that clarity. I want some clarity on the clarity. How's that? Let's get a card. Ace of Swords. That feels like the launch energy. Launching. See, I need to move these over. Ah, creative launch right there. Yeah. It seems she's trying to use her intuition to, in this land in between energy, the higher, wider perspective. But what's the launch, this creative launch? Any additional clarity? Knight of Cups. So we got the Cups energy. Remember the zigzag of the launch energy? Like something pulls it kind of off course. Interesting. Mindful to prepare for. What's the Tower? Clarity on the Tower now. We want some clarity on this Tower. Clarity on the Tower, please. Oh, flipped on the deck. 10 of Wands. Okay, and a bunch of them. A little skididdy. Knight of Wands. 5 of Swords. Justice and 2 of Pentacles. That's weighing options. So is this. Justice. Equal balance. So the Knight of Wands, passionately moving forward, perhaps too fast because it creates, creates some drama, I just heard. It creates some drama. Remember, the swords are in the head. Air energy. This is thoughts, perceptions, right? But it's also take no prisoners. Moving forward super fast, take no prisoners. Justice energy, fairness, balance. Look how the cards look like they're dropping from her hand onto the scales. And 2 of Pentacles, rough seas. And maintaining balance, also weighing options, weighing things out. So the Tower produces carrying the burden of others. Racing forward too quickly and with a take no prisoners attitude. Justice and the 2 of Pentacles. Wow. That's some interesting energy. So a foundation being brought down. You know, it's something you built. It wasn't strong. It definitely was carrying too much weight or burden, and it came crumbling down because it was too hasty, take no prisoners, and fraught with possible legal implications and feeling like you're juggling too much. Wow. All right. Let's see what they wanted this deck, so let's see what they have to tell us out of here. For the collective. For the collective. Okay. What we get? Concern. Key 33. And courtship. Here's that Two of Cups energy. Okay. I'm putting it over, and I naturally just set it right here over this King of Pentacles. Concern over partnership. Clarity on the concern. It might be some sort of legalities or legal contracts, okay? And some concern for these partners. Man, that came out like it was nothing. Yeah, there's an incoming truth and a brand new beginning. Fool card. Remember, here we are with the finished land in between. And the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the deck, in the tarot. And moving too fast, foolish, causes some concern. So picking these options is like really important because you're going to stop what you were doing, stop this foundation for a whole different deal. So this is like major disruption, major sidetrack. Remember in the Sabian Mysteries picture, let me pull it back up for you. Remember, there's this zigzag here. Remember, I felt like pulled off course. You know, yeah, pulled off course. That's the zigzag. Fascinating. Oh, boy. Okay, I'm going to sit with the energy, see if they tell me anything else. This is microcosm energy, okay? Let me see if I can pull in the macro, because I'm definitely feeling a little macro business going on here. So give me a moment to sit here and reflect on it. Okay, some more energy here with this concern for this partnership, this contract, because it's legal, whether it's a pinky swear or an actual sign the dotted line thing. The Knight of Swords moves in really fast, but it's with clarity. The Ace of Swords, right? Some sort of offer moves forward, but remember the Knight of Cups kind of hesitates, but making an offer. This is the incoming truth of that offer. and taking a leap of faith, but feeling some concern about being too quick about that. hmm Weighing options and legalities, right? And we've got the two fastest knights, the very fastest knight, the knight in shining armor, which is the knight of swords. And we've got the knight of wands, the passion, the drive, right? Ooh, wow. I'm, I'm feeling like I need to pull a little bit more from this deck for the collective. Anything else? Anything else for us? So rare that they tell me to use this deck, but they definitely wanted it on this, and it really is matching up with what's going on here. Anything else from this deck? Maybe not. I feel like there's supposed to be something else. Give it a couple more. There it is. Yes. What is it? Main male. Well, that's him right there. They're just repeating what's already there. Maybe that's why it was slow coming out. Main male. That's the King of Pentacles. So we're dealing with earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Or I should say Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Because we're going from fixed signs down to the mutables, right? The main male. Now, the main male could be somebody that is providing this clarity. He almost feels like he is this King of Pentacles. Clarity on the main male, please. Those came out quick. Okay. I don't know if you can really see this. I'm going to put him up here. There we go. Queen of Swords, Judgment. And we had the Judgment card the day prior for Thursday. Cutting out what no longer serves. So some of these cups don't serve anymore. Cutting them out. And remember, the swords, the Queen of Swords is a lot like justice. So this could actually be an attorney or somebody drawing up documents for actual legal paperwork. But also cutting out what no longer serves and heeding a higher calling, whatever this choice was. Okay, I'm going to pause again and see if I get anything else. Okay. So yeah, on the macrocosm, there is something here. And it does have to do with the Sabian Mysteries picture and that energy I felt of like an asteroid or something coming and hitting the planet, hitting Gaia, Empress card. A launch. It's like a failed launch. A failed launch attempt. See, flying through the air, sword, that's the launch. It comes back to Gaia. Comes back to Earth. Tower energy. What to be mindful and prepare for? That's a tower. Um, Overly burdened, off course, or shot down. You know, wands, 10 wands. Um, yeah, Knight of Fire. Knight of Fire coming in. Wow. Higher, wider perspective. See how I got to move these kind of around. Um, the the 7 of Cups. That's in the sky. This is in the sky. Uh, you know, see how the rope is around his foot? You know, the energy I felt like gravitational pulling. See gravity pulling on his leg, right? Something gets knocked off course after it's launched. Somehow. The fact that this king and queen in the partnership, um, see, that's like, all that water, all that water. So it comes back to Earth from the sky. It looks like it hits the water. Or just off the coast. Just read it, a coastline. It's a coastline. Something about a coastline. It could even be ships being another scenario. A couple of ships near a coastline. Also, another situation. Other types of launches, right? Like they go into waters they're not supposed to be in. Mm. And something from the air discovers it. These two. It's causing concern. And this is them flying out. Flying out. So we've got a couple of macrocosm energies happening here. At least two that I can see. See. This one's like in what looks like a helicopter or something. Flying out. I don't know. Flying out to retrieve or I don't know. Something. Intercept. So it looks like we've got a couple of ships, a big one and a little smaller one, that are having some problems just off a coastline. And then also we have the energy of some sort of launch, space launch, or something in space, having a failure. And possibly an asteroid, some sort of rock, big rock. It's a king rock. hitting Gaia, coming back to Gaia, right? Could even be a satellite. You have the 7 cups here. Ships can represent airships too. And space reminds me of water energy. You know, they talk about the firmament and the waters dividing. And space feels like the water energy because you can't breathe in space and you can't breathe in water, right? The firmament's the air and earth in between. But this is up in the clouds, air energy. It could be like satellite coming crashing down to earth, or something gets pulled off course, knocked off course somehow. Okay. So it looks like some interesting energy coming up for sure on the micro and the macrocosm. So that's what I got. I don't feel like I'm supposed to pull any more cards. I think that's it. Anyway, I hope you guys have a grand TGIF. And yeah, on the microcosm, make your choices. Brand new beginnings going on. Um, don't be hasty. Don't move in too fast. Don't move in too fast passionately. Really make good choices on those decisions. You know, remember, yeah, the 7 of Cups is also like the world energy because you're getting ready to start the Fool's journey. And you need to make wise decision of these choices. Okay? Yes, there it is. Have a grand week or month or however this plays out. Generally, these things play out within about 4 days or so. But I've had some of my stuff pop up like a month or 2 later. so so it's possible. I didn't ask for a date. This does feel soonish though. Very soonish. Next week or so. So anyway, have a good one. I will talk to you guys later. And information for private readings is in the description. Oh, by the way, one last side note. Side note. I've done some crypto readings. Quite fascinating. And in those, I have been warning the people that get those readings about what's going on with the crypto markets because they were infiltrated. And I told them straight up, they can vouch for me because my intuition's on point. Told them the crypto markets are highly volatile because they've been infiltrated. They're trying to crash them because they're introducing, the world banks are introducing their own crypto. Guess what? There was a news article just came out yesterday evening about who else? None other than the UK, Britain, bringing out their digital currency. How did I know? I'm an Aquarius. I just know. That's an Aquarius thing. Anyway, so heed my warnings. That market is super volatile. They will crash it on purpose. They have infiltrated it. And they're doing that because they're introducing their replacement. Yeah, that they control. Of course they did. Anyway, just saying. Have a grand week and heed the advice or not. It's your decision. Go with your gut, your intuition. Anyway, take care. I adore you guys.